Imagine you're calling a prospect and you got this amazing value proposition, something that's relevant, and then they tell you something like, "We already have a vendor. We're not interested." How do you go about handling that? This is by far one of my best strategies to go about doing so. Check it out. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist podcast. I'm your host, Donald C. Kelly, the Sales Evangelist. And I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. On this episode, I'm going to tell you in 5 minutes my best strategy, or one of my best strategy when it comes to the objection, we already have a vendor, or we're already doing something like this. There's some simple ways that you could go about doing it, and I'm sure you have some tips, and I'd love to hear them as well. Go knock on my door over at LinkedIn. Hit me up, Donald C. Kelly, and tell me about what you do. You could drop me a voice note or whatnot, but I'd love to connect with you. If you're a first-time listener to the podcast, this show is designed to do simply two things. One, to help you to 3 to 5x your sales pipeline, and two, help you to close twice as many deals. In this particular episode, we're going to go deeper into the idea of how we can handle this objection, help you to close more deals. So the first part that I wanted to go over, or even the top of the funnel, you probably get this objection, but help you to build more pipe with it. The first thing I want you to go over with you is just understand objections. Objections don't necessarily mean somebody's not interested. It's that they don't know enough to be able to be truly interested. So it's your job to help them to bring that to light, to show them how and why they should be interested. The first component you want to do is make sure you're dealing with the right people who are the right fit, and obviously they have something that's relevant, a problem that's relevant that you could tie back to. Like somebody that may have salespeople doesn't necessarily mean they need my sales training. We have, if they're B2C, it's going to be more challenging, but we do have programs that potentially could help them. But most of our programs are for B2B. So that's going to be one thing. But perhaps they're saying that we have a lot of BDRs and they're having trouble with social, like ding, ding, ding. Or maybe I see that they don't do a lot with social. Ding, ding, ding. I could take advantage of that as a relevant factor and to use that to help them understand how they can build pipe. So if somebody comes to me and say, "Yes, Donald, we already have a vendor," then I might say, "That's exactly why I'm reaching out to you. I'm telling you, this stuff works time and time again." Or, "Donald, we already do. We already are. Something, whatever they might say. We already are looking at somebody else. We already have. We're already doing that. That's exactly why I'm reaching out to you." Like, the thing with this is that it takes them off guard right off the bat. The other component that makes this work so well is that proves that these people have some kind of interest, a problem that you potentially could solve. And this allows for you to continue the dialogue. So I might say, "Yes, that's exactly why I'm reaching out to you. Most of my clients usually have worked with a vendor in the past. And the reason is because they're concerned about this issue being a prevailing problem." What we've seen, however, is that most people teach people how to use LinkedIn and they do X, Y, and Z. One thing that we've done that's different, it helps to guarantee that your sales rep will get at least 3 appointments per week using LinkedIn. Is that something that you're currently getting exactly right now? It may give you, or it may not give you, but at least you continue dialogue. In my view, they'll probably say, "Well, no, not exactly, but it's somebody it can go on deeper, somebody we're happy with or whatnot." Then at least now I have that conversation going on. "Hey, I get it." And you need to realize too, most people are not going to roll over and tell you, "Well, since you just said that wonderful line, then all of a sudden I want to buy from you." Show them the reason why. I am persistent because I believe this thing really does work. I've seen it work. I've seen it help other people. So then I'll continue. Like, you listen, I'm not in a business of breaking up good marriages. And I love using that one. I'm not in the business of breaking up good marriages, but I do recognize that no one is perfect, for goodness sake. Like, if somebody were to call into my customers every time and tell them that they're a new vendor and they jump with them, I'll be out of a business. However, what we have seen though is that everyone can improve. When it comes to LinkedIn right now, what's one thing your current vendor could do a little differently? What's something else you could get? And they'll probably go deeper and tell you. Now they're telling me that. Is there anything else? And they'll probably say, "Well, they also do this." The thing about it is that right out the gate, nobody's going to tell you their exact problem. But the fact is that I told them that's exactly why I'm reaching out to them, caught them off guard. Then we continue the dialogue. Most of my customers fall in your same category. They're working with the vendor and so forth. But I'm not in the business of breaking up good marriages. Everyone can improve. And I put myself in that situation. Then I find out for them, if there's one thing your current vendor could do differently, what's that one thing? And if they say nothing, they really just don't want to talk. But for me, what I see is that now we're getting to that second step. You're peeling the layers back. And they might say, well, we just don't see a lot of results from LinkedIn with them. Tell me more. And they give you. Now you're having ammunition. So I do have relevancy, how we started the conversation. I see that their sales reps are on LinkedIn. They're not doing a lot of interaction. Now I got some details from them. Now I can bring up more value. So Donald, you're telling me if I could help your sales rep to be able to find their real customers, people who are active on a platform, and actually help them to start get 10% more conversations and book at least 1 to 2 appointments over a 7-day period, 5-day period. Would you be open to that? Well, if you put it like that, yeah. Well, I would love to take just 5 to 7 minutes or 15-minute time when you're, next week or whatever, and you set up the appointment, whatever your process is at that point. But the point there is that you want to go back and give them throw them off guard. That's exactly why I'm reaching out, which is true. Like if somebody is that intrigued with LinkedIn already, that's exactly why. Those are the people I want to talk to. I just feel that we're better. Anyways, hopefully that helped you. I would love to hear from you. Go on LinkedIn and drop me a message, Donald C. Kelly. As always, I want you to thrive. I want you to succeed. I want you to 3 to 5x your sales pipeline with quality opportunities. I want you to close more deals, but most importantly, I want you to raise the level of thinking and go out and do big things. See you on the next one.